After a 2-year break, I decided to get another peak down on my All-Ireland County Top Challenge. You know, to hike every one of Ireland's 32 counties' highest peaks. Now, I've done only 2 so far, Meath and Westmeath, and decided not to change things too much and continue with the smaller peaks on the list. So I picked Longford's highest peak, which at 278 metres is Cornhill. Cornhill lies north of Longford between Drumlish and Ballinlee in the parish of Callooh. It's easy to spot as it has a television mast on the top, which rises to 123 metres above the peak of the hill, so you can see it from all around. Now, I want to get some local culture in all my trips, so I started the day from the town of Edgeworth, where I began my hike by going for a quick look at the Maria Edgeworth Centre. The Maria Edgeworth Centre is situated in an old school building from the year 1840 and has been adapted to interpret the story of the Edgeworth family, but mostly concentrating on Maria, who was a fascinating character who was an early pioneer in education and a well-renowned writer, equal to her contemporaries, if not more, in her time, one of which was Jane Austen. I arrived and was warmly welcomed by both Matt and Janine, both very friendly and clearly passionate about the centre and keeping alive the spirit of the Edgeworth family. Janine kindly gave me a quick rundown on Maria and also was kind enough to show me around the centre, highlighting the many achievements of not only Maria, but also her parents and siblings. So I made a separate video of this, so please take a look. The link is in the description box below. After Edgeworthstown, I ventured for about an hour and a bit on some quiet country roads and came across a lovely church and graveyard, Clonbrony Church. It was lovely to see the birds in the church, a magical experience. So that's my first port of call, Clonbrony Church. Just because it was a good marker. I don't know anything about this church. Just why not? Let's see what it's like. It's pretty much in the middle of nowhere. Longford, where I'm going to end up, is 14 miles that way. 14 miles Longford, down that way. Granard, Jesus, Granard. Edgeworthstown 7k, that's where I came from. So I'll have a look at this church anyway. And where am I going? Let me see. Ballinlee 5k. Okay, have a look at this church anyway. Absolute middle of nowhere. The Badlands. Longford. Oh, what a day. Lovely. So this is my first stop, really. After Edgeworthstown. An hour and a half to get here from Edgeworthstown walk. Nice walk. Quick enough, actually. I think this is open. It's great. Lovely, lovely jubbly. Looks like a bit of a castle. Oh, someone was doing the lawns. Freshly cut grass. Oh, you can see if you look in the distance, that's the top of Longford. The mast right there. God, it's a good walk from here to there. Well, that's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do. You can see it in the distance. Alright. So I'm going to this church anyway. Say a prayer for my sins. Their prayer. Bless myself. Oh, there's birds in here. That's Cool. Ballinally. I keep missing that A. Ballinally. Left, Edgeworth turn right. Okay. About 30 minutes away. This way. This way. This way. This way. This way. Oh, yeah. Dizzy. Look at that. Looks lovely. About 40 minutes from that, I was in the small town of Ballinally. Nice little town, very quiet. I had a pint in Farrell's Bar Lounge of Funeral Directors, and a fine pint it was too. Okay, here's my first pit stop. Farrell's Bar Lounge. The Funeral Directors. If I drop that with a bad pint, that's really okay. Just after opening, it's great. Look at that thing of beauty, yeah. €5. That's a sign of a good point. The shtick, as to say. In Ballinally, I learned something about the old IRA and Longford's flying column, led by Sean McEwan. Great men who stepped up for Irish freedom. Oh, what would we give to have those like again? From the town, Cornhill was about an hour and a half walk, long enough, but on a very small country road, very quiet and peaceful. Albeit, sadly, as I was walking on one of those roads, a motorbike rider was killed by a tractor. So you always have to keep your wits about you, as cars, bikes and tractors can come out of anywhere, and sometimes at speed on these small windy roads. Finally, at Cornhill, there's a walkway which was well laid out, a good loop around the hills, which takes about 3k. That looks lovely. Lovely. And this is it. It's the highest point in the county of Longford. Now I don't know where the exact point is, but it's up here somewhere. Look at those lovely clouds. What a day. What a day. I came up from there and then you can do a big loop and go back down. But that's not the peak, and it's not quite clear. It's not quite clear where the peak is, but a lot of people said it's actually over here somewhere. So if you go, never mind that gate over there, and if you go in here, and there's a little road here. I'm guessing it's that. Some people said online there's a pathway. That's all gated off. That's whatever, that ESB tower, whatever. So it could be this way. Yeah, I'd say it's this way, at the side to the actual peak. Because there's a cairn stone or something. So that's what my map tells me as well. So let's see. Okay. Yeah, as you keep coming up. Now, don't go down that way. Just keep going straight. I can see there's a little pathway here. I can see it's just past here. Yeah. Just through here. Yeah. And there you go. That's it. Hey, another one down. Another one bites the dust. Another one past the last. Right, that's it. That's the marker. That's the marker. Highest point in the county of Longford. There you go. That's what it looks like. Not much to see. That's the tower. And yeah, the views from up here are not great. But that's it. That's the highest point in Longford. There's nothing, doesn't say anything. That's the marker anyway. Right. This is a better view. Just a little bit below. Right, so it took me about, didn't take me long, 20 minutes, maybe half an hour. Just behind us, it's the plant. There they go. Electricity plant or whatever it is. Yeah, right. Time to go to Esker. I think it's an hour away. There's a few hills over there to the left. It looks like it could be, I don't know, that'd be Sligo. Hardly. Yeah, why wouldn't it be over there? See if I can get it. Let me see. Does that make it clearer? Over there. Would that be Sligo? I wonder. And there, the one's over there. Sleep Bloom, maybe. I've no idea. There's hills all around in the distance. That's the exit. Bye bye, Cornhill. Nice to see you, nice to know you. Now we're going to, there's a little pub near Esker. What the hell is this? See, these are the small little things you notice when you're walking around. Esker School. Okay. Esker School. 1969 to 1914. Funny. This used to be a little school. Okay. Parish of Kiloo. It is. Kiloo Brass Band. The local volunteers carried out their drills. Black and Tannins attempted to burn this hall in 1921. Alright. Survived. By the 1980s, it's no longer in use. Okay. Okay, very interesting. Once I got the peak under my belt, I was in need of some celebratory pints, and so I had Begley's pub marked on my map. An hour's walk away in any Beggs, Kiloo. Begley's is a fantastic, award-winning little pub in the small village of Beggs. I stopped in for a pit stop for the 1 pint, but such was the welcome and the chat, decided to stay for 4. Very friendly bar staff and has a nice homely atmosphere, and I can see how it has won many awards in the past. It's a local pub, but where everyone is welcome, and the pints were great too. Also, just near the pub is the James Farrell Titanic Memorial Garden, which was kind of intriguing, so I had a look. It's a nice memorial to a local man who saved a few women on the Titanic. As I stayed more than I planned in Kiloo, I decided to get the local bus to Longford, as I was thinking of going to see Longford Town play in the Electricity First Division, as it's always good to get some football in a day of activity. So I got the bus to Longford, but could not get anyone to give me a lift to the game, or a bus to the game, which is a joke, to be honest, in this day and age. I asked supporters, a few different supporters online, got no response, and decided the walk to the ground was too long, which is about 45 minutes. I was not going to pay for a taxi. So, well annoying, but that's typical of the amateurs level in the League of Ireland. I mean, they used to run a minibus from the town years ago, but, anyway. So annoyed, I got the train back to where I had started, a quick train journey to Edgeworth town again. I had a pint and some food, and that was that for the day. So overall, an easy enough route to the peak. It took me less than 20 minutes from the entrance, nice views. Highlights of the whole day were the Maria Edgeworth House, Begley's pub, and the lovely quiet lanes of Longford under the glorious sunshine.
I've been to London City, to the Galley and the Crown. Oh, the crack's still good in Cricklewood, but I'd rather Longford town. Oh, Longford, lovely Longford, you're Ireland's pride and joy. The place that I remember when I was just a boy. I miss your hills and valleys.
This road is still even on Google Maps, so it shows you where I am in the middle of nowhere.
Sweetheart Mary, I have Longford on my mind. Now I have one ambition, it's my one and only wish, to see sweetheart a village and my native town Drumleach. Lochgarna in the autumn means all the world to me, and I'd cross the wide Atlantic to beautiful